In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code with your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Okay, Melanie Rose, how are you?
Hello, Pete.
It's good to see you. I am still here on the East Coast. The good news is I'm coming back very soon. So we have a loaded show today. There's a lot of things going on. We had a great week last week. Why don't we bring our friends on? Well, first up, Melanie, how's everything going on with you? All good in the hood?
Things are good. Things are good. Thank you for asking. It's Friday, going into the weekend. Looking forward to all the exciting things we're going to talk about today. So let's do it.
All right. Let's bring on our Grandpa Charlie and Charles Rosen, and of course, Larry Don Mullen. Hey, man, how are you? What's going on, guys?
Well, the grandpa the grandpa pronoun is more indicative now because we have a second grandchild that
Amazing.
was born last week. Little Judah Rosen-Passman, and who is in an incubator at Cedars-Sinai because it was a little bit of premature birth, but it's doing really well, and we're all excited to meet him.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very awesome. All right, so listen, we always start this way. There's a lot going on with America's zip code. Melanie, what is happening? Tell us what we need.
Okay, our most urgent needs for America's zip code include 3 states. Those states, Montana, South Dakota, and Wyoming. We need 3 people from those states. Most urgent need. Are you from Montana, South Dakota, or Wyoming? Do you know someone from Montana, Wyoming, or South Dakota? Please let us know. Hit us up.
Or you can even ask, could you pretend that you're from Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota?
This is all started feeling very election, by the way. The way you just said that we need Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota. This is feeling very election, like we need to
I wish I had a map I could be pointing to right now. That would really complete the vibe. Yes. And, that said, there are a few fans that I've emailed who have not confirmed. So I just want to shout those names out quickly and, ask them to please check
them right
their
out
emails.
Just gonna
yes, I won't do last names. I'll do state and first name. So okay. Alabama, Donna. Alaska, Kelly. Delaware, Nicole.
The characters of the show?
Florida, Nestor.
Okay.
Hawaii, Alyssa. Kansas, Amanda. Louisiana, Caitlin. Maryland, Sarah.
There's a lot of people.
I know. Nebraska, Julie. North Dakota, Lindsay. Ohio, Jason. Pennsylvania, Trish. And Vermont, Cynthia. So those are the people that we have not heard from. So check your emails and please let us know if you can still do it. So if not, we can find somebody else.
We do have a bunch in those states of other people that would jump in a heartbeat in some of those places. So
get on
it. Respond to your emails.
Yes, just confirm, reply, say yes, I'm in, and then
right. We had tens of thousands of fans in Vermont. It was kind of strange that we had so many, but we did. So
all right, Larry, let me ask you, what's your take on all of this? You are the creator, the Wizard of Oz on America's zip code. So what's your thought?
It's coming together. I think it's coming together. I think it's going to be a really fun show. And want to hear what's going on, Chuck?
I'm just pointing to you. You're the guy. You're the man.
Yeah,
you're the guy.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be a very interesting show to hear what hooked people on the show. And the other thing that's exciting, I think, is we have all of America. We don't care if it's a red state or a blue state. Everybody is united in one thing. They love Beverly Hills 90210. That's their zip code, soulfully. And so that's fun to exploit that and to hear the differences, how hard it was for you to watch the show. Did your friends watch the show? I mean, every state's going to be a little bit different. And also, why did it relate to you? What was Beverly Hills to you? Was it just a mythical place and that's why you loved it? Or had you ever been there even? Did you make a pilgrimage there? And so we're going to hear it all, and we're going to have some also celebrity shout outs to everybody in those states. And it should be really kick off we have the festival of this October, as we mentioned, is the Festival of Fans Month. And we've got a lot of events. We've got starting with the After Dark Prime Time, which is the a Patreon thing that happens after our podcast, where we just kind of sit casually. People are imbibing and smoking. They're in their bathrobes, and we're just discussing various Beverly Hills issues in the inner group, the after party.
The core.
So this time we're going to do the after party live for everybody, and you're going to be part of that in this Festival of Fans. The week after that, we have America's Zip Code. And the week after that, we begin the two-parter of Stories, which is going to be fantastic. We have at the end of it, the final one, original 90210 stories you're going to be able to hear, written by Chuck, myself, and the winners of the Story Slam contest. Yeah. And that's really special. No one's ever done new work. I mean, I know Chuck was so excited getting back into those characters again. It just all of a sudden it gave everybody a little.
It was a lot of fun. And just to remind, since we're talking about this particular one right now, we put it out there that to have some of our fans from the Patreon, come up with stories in which they would have played a character. Stories of things that happened in our time of making 90210, but happened off screen. And we got our friend Maggie from New York did a great one called The Fling with David Silver.
Of course.
That was our third place one. Then our second place one was our friend from Dublin, Connor, who did one called Board of the
Love Connor.
With
new album out.
And Kelly, new album out with Connor. And, where he played the world's greatest kisser, one of Larry's things. And then, of course, we ended up with our winner was Michelle from Queens, and she had a story about Dylan's girlfriend in Hawaii, which Larry did a really interesting take on, and that was our first place winner. So we're got three fun stories. Fans are going to love them, and we're going to have good stuff. The one thing too, though, in the Festival of Fans, Larry and Pete and Melanie we did talk about possibly looking back at our special too.
That's right. That's the super show.
That comes in actually before the two parts.
Story Slam, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah, I have the dates wrong. Right. We're gonna go back and have kind of like a watch along of the super show, but with also comments, reading some of the fans' comments that happened live during the show, and just discussing some of the backstage stuff that happened in this event, which was spectacular. The super show had more stars than Under Heaven.
You got to remember
on the map.
Like Charles and I and Larry and I, and we were doing Zooms every week and we're trying to get this organized. It started as like, do you think anybody's going to really join us? And then it did, and it laid out, and we're going to talk about the behind the scenes of putting all that together and how the super show came to be and people we had to bump. There was a lot of bumping. There was a lot of bumping.
And this is all the celebration for the anniversary of the show.
Okay? We bumped the president of Fox.
Yeah.
So it's exciting because October is going to be this Festival of Fans month. I think it's going to be great. Hopefully I wrote everything down, all the dates right. But so on the 29th, it's the After Dark Prime Time. That's where fans from our Patreon, and you guys are welcome to join the Patreon and be a part of this. We want as many as possible that will fit here into the broadcast. We might have to eliminate some people and put some people in, but we're
adding Jamie Lynn to that from Illinois as well. So let's shout her out that we will have her on. Yes, very important.
It's very important information. Yes. That was breaking news.
Critical.
So it's going to be really exciting. We're going to talk about the greatest couple. Somebody in the Patreon told me that they want to present a PowerPoint as to why one of the couples is the greatest couple. So
wow.
Maybe we should break down the characters of the couples too. So it's like maybe there's an overall greatest, but maybe there's the sexiest couple.
Sure.
The ones that fit the best. Maybe there's a couple of subcategories.
It's after dark prime time. Whatever happens.
Best kissers.
Well, Claire wins that. But yeah.
Least likely couple who lasted the longest. True.
Make
up a bunch
lots of categories.
Work on that.
We can have fun with that.
So that it's more inclusive.
And we're going to have a secret word. So when you're watching along, you take a shot if you hear the secret word.
Yeah, the secret word is. We don't know the secret word. I was telling Pete this. I want to do this. I forgot he was going to mention this. It's kind of like
I don't forget.
We have to find a way that we don't know what the secret word is, but someone picks a secret word. Maybe it's going to be a zip code, and somehow whenever someone says zip code, the buzzers go off. We all have to take a drink.
I love this.
This is going to be great. It's going to be great. This is going to be one of the things that we start doing is drinking on these.
You have rotating secret words.
Yeah, you bet your life.
You bet your life.
The duck came
so
down.
great.
The duck came
And
down.
I have the right to do that, because Groucho Marx was my next door neighbor growing up. So there you go.
So we have to figure the mechanics of the secret word.
By the way, for everybody,
that's for the after dark.
Anytime there's a secret word,
What is happening?
you got that
We
song
might
for
have to
me.
pre-tape Chuck doing that. Just
Larry-
Say that again.
Larry, I think I'm going to change the everybody dance now to that. Like that's.
I do like Everybody Dance Now, though. That's a classic.
Everybody dance now.
That's great. Right in the middle of the show.
Love
All
it.
right. Then we have America's Zip Code, 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to be a lot of fun. We talked about that
50
in depth.
states, 50 fans, all united in their love of the zip code.
What do you
Is
got?
Todd going to make
Secret
an
word.
airplane transition going from region to region like we did for Planet 90210?
I don't know.
Maybe,
Todd
maybe a
make-
train.
Yeah, we need
A train. Yeah, that would tie in well with Aaron Spelling and his train thing. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a train.
Or
I don't know.
Walking man. But we have to get something going with
I
Todd.
love
We
when
gotta get
Larry
Todd
A
adds-
good transition.
The Secrets of the Super Show on October 13th. That's going to be really exciting. A look back at the show. Well, we won't show the whole, I don't know that we'll rewatch the whole Super
No.
Show. There's a lot of moments we would choose to just forget.
Yes.
Certain technical issues and whatnot, but we will put highlights together and watch them, and that will be a lot of fun. And then, of
Comment
course,
on them.
Story Slam's coming the 20th and 27th. More details will emerge in the coming weeks about
Oof.
that as well.
I mean, that's
Can't
big
wait.
news. We're talking about original 90210 content you're going to get to see and hear.
This is all
This-
about fans. This is really so we can take a little bit of a break on the deep dives, but also we want to celebrate all of you that have been watching us for the last over a year now.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to shout out something to all you guys, and I shouted it on the Wednesday show, but our friend Darren Martin is back. The 9021 Bro is back on Instagram. Hey, if you guys listen to the show and you didn't know that his account is back, go follow him on Instagram and do us a favor. So we always love Darren, so supportive to us here at the podcast for when we were getting going. So much love and thanks, and good to see him back in the universe, right? Guys, Charles, Larry? Comment on Darren Martin.
Yes, I follow him.
Love
I'm there.
Darren.
He says he wanted me to give you guys his best.
Oh, man.
All right, what else?
As I said to him on his birthday, we'll always have torrents.
There you go.
No, Darren, we shouldn't forget that he really kept the light going in the dark years after the
There
show.
were a few
when people
people,
forgot
and
about
also
the show.
the professor, the controversial sometimes professor. Nonetheless,
Professor
same
Sherry
thing I can
Weiss.
say about Cherry Weiss.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Both
Very knowledgeable.
both very
No, but
influential.
kept it alive. Kept it. I mean,
Yeah.
she wanted to
Yeah,
interview
they
me
carried-
about
they carried the
90210,
water to the
and I
show.
said no. Well, why do I need to do that for?
Both very influential in this space. How this podcast came about too.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
For me,
Teen Drumology would not have a head of its department without Sherry Weiss.
and also we
Yeah.
should
That's
shout out.
right.
We've never shouted them out, but the Blaze as well also did their time as well, keeping the 90210 thing alive.
Yeah, Kat and May. I wish they'd come on.
right.
Kat and
We've
Lizzie.
invited them. I've invited them many times.
Larry, you actually sent this to me this week. Meredith Steam is the new Writers Guild president. And of course, she was a producer and writer. She's known for Cold Case, Homeland, ER, NYPD, and she has gained this new role. Is there anything you wanted to comment on with her, Larry?
Well, we wish her well. Meredith was my neighbor, grew up across the street from me in Santa Monica, and she was a University of Pennsylvania graduate. And I think we gave her, she had done one script before that, but then we gave her a script in the, I think season 5 of
6
the show.
too,
She-
right?
Well, she was on staff in season 6.
Okay.
She was a story
No,
editor
she
in
was
season
on
6.
staff for season 5, Larry.
That's kind of it. But anyway, we really wish her well. She did a great job on our show, and we really got
Yeah,
her going in
and
the
she
career. We
knows-
showed her the business.
And she knows how important 90210 was in her development. And it's really great. Larry and I are very grateful every time that she talks about her credits and other shows. She starts with how 90210, we nurtured her and brought her along and gave her good things. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn
Yeah.
to sell you.
Okay.
I was going to say, I love how many
Do
times.
not cut that, Pete. Do not cut that.
I won't. Meredith,
So-
well, hold up. Meredith, where are you? we just plug this. Come on the show. Come on the podcast. We would love to cover things with you. I mean, right?
Anyway,
So now it's an official,
Yes.
ask. Yeah.
Official
we're all
ask.
good Writers Guild members, and we wish her well because our pensions
That's the
depend pension and health depend on her.
Really,
That was the last news item that I had for these guys.
All right, cool. Larry, before you leave, I do want to ask you, we had a really fun show this week, right? Catching up with Allison Smith, who was Annie on Broadway for 2 years. And
Allison Smith. Well, she's like a show person. She was like on Broadway doing 1,000 shows, 8 shows a week of Annie and Evita as a 10-year-old. I mean, I can only imagine the discipline that must.
Did she sing? Did she come on the show and sing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina"?
I wish she would, but she played young Evita. But she did Annie. She played Annie, the part of Annie, and she did a one episode thing. She was very good in, and she's still acting today. I mean, she's been in many series as a regular.
She was on the West Wing.
West Wing for 12 episodes. And that was a lot of fun hearing her take on stuff. It was a Vegas episode. We had a pre-record with our friend Zach Throne in Las Vegas, which was really revealing, Chuck.
It really was.
Because he was part of Jamie's band, which was going out when he was doing 90210, and people in the audience would hold up signs, "Leave Donna alone."
Oh, I remember when we hung out with him in Nevada. He was telling us those stories.
But it's crazy, but he gave us some really good insight as to what Jamie was going through at the time after 90210, and then also coming back for the episode. So it was a lot of fun. And listen, guys, we're going to do more deep dives for you down the line, but we just wanted to say this have some fun with the fans, and it's going to be a really fun month, this Festival of Fans thing. So just tune in, and for the next month, it's going to be a lot of fun with all you guys. And we want to see more of your faces, and not just our Patreon people. We want to see our Patreon people. Obviously, they're always welcome here. But we do want to see more of your faces. I'd love to see Zara come back. She's always been great. So, let's get some of the old school ones and some new school ones in here too, through some of these.
Hopefully Darren Martin.
I've invited Darren Martin, so hopefully he'll return to our podcast at some point too. And this has been great, guys, seeing you both here. I know Melanie's probably got a ton of more news to cover.
Big week.
Yes. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
We'll see you both.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
All the news that's fit and lit.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right. Cool. That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, that was
it's almost like the State of the Union address, right?
Right. I mean, kind of.
Yeah, in a way. All right. So what else do we have going on here? Now I have to find everything. Are you doing any trivia nights or anything? I've got this here. 90210. That's not happening.
No, nothing on the radar right now. I've just had such a crazy fall so far with baseball and everything. And I haven't even been great about posting on my Hunt social media page. So once baseball's over, I'm going to get back into that stuff. But thank you for thinking of me, Pete. You always got my back. You
do know that. Patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. That's where you can sign up for all of our fan-based items, and there's going to be a lot more content coming there. I am actually in the process of scheduling a very cool interactive I don't know, not watch along, but like hang out with somebody who was in the later seasons. So I'm working on that. I got a few things in the fires over there, and it's going to start kicking up again very soon. And with all this fan festival stuff, there'll be a lot of opportunities for you guys to come on there. So patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. I just want to let everybody know that you can get your merchandise for the America Zipcode show at the Beverly Hills 90210 show shop. I think with this coming on for some of the fans that are going to be on and all the stuff that's going on, I think that now is an appropriate time for you guys to have this, So head over to So head over to Beverly Hills 90210 showshop.com, where you can pick up our new America Zipcode merch. It is now new. It even says new, so it's a hot item. People are going to be owning this. Hot. Speaking of hot, Melanie, how is everything else with you?
Well, that was a segue, Pete. Yeah, right. Hey, things are good. The Padres aren't doing so great, so I'm not thrilled about baseball right now. baseball season's coming to an end, and if people don't know, I stage manage for the San Diego Padres and Bally Sports, and I'm very busy during baseball. So I'm kind of looking forward to the end. It's always bittersweet, but I do enjoy the off season. So that's been consuming my life lately.
All right, so there's a lot of news items here. Let's try to break down everything that's happening.
Yes. I feel like, okay, I was going to say we start with something else, but let's go here. Tori Spelling posted this back on September 13th. Ian was actually on the OMG podcast. So Tori shared this photo on her Instagram. And it's always nice to see the guys coming on the OMG podcast and recapping, and it's nice to see that they're still going after almost a year. So
it's great. I mean, I love that podcast. I think they're great together. I think they're great when they do their own interviews. So props to you guys, Tori and Jenny, for doing that. And very cool to see our buddy Ian Ziering over there as well.
Yes.
But I think what you probably wanted to talk about first was the fact that Brian was on Dancing with the Stars, right?
That is exactly what I wanted to talk about, Pete. And I chose this photo to share because Maggie has been doing such a great job of promoting Brian and Sharna. Text Brian to 21523 to vote. This is a voting situation show. I caught the tail end of them doing the Foxtrot last week. And then after that actually was JoJo Siwa. So it's an interesting season they've got going. But so Brian's on Dancing with the Stars. Be sure to tune in. It's on ABC, and vote for Brian and Sharna. If you watched, we'd love to know your thoughts on how they did. So feel free to comment here and, let us know.
I want to say, yeah, Brian is an amazing person. I'd say a friend. And I think that he's cool people, and he's giving it his all. He's doing really great. Sharna seems to be, really getting the best out of him in this thing.
Yes.
And, I just feel like they're really rocking it. I thought their performance was really great. Guys, just go out and vote for them.
Vote.
It's gonna be really great. I mean, I don't know if I think voting closed, but vote every week is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Exactly. I think able to vote right now, but for last week, but next week, vote for them.
Yes.
I mean, they're doing great.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what else we have next. I can't even imagine what this is.
Oh, so Christmas is coming, and Jenny Garth is starring in A Kind-Hearted Christmas, which is on GAC TV November 20th. And this is with Cameron Matheson. And it's actually not the only Christmas movie that Jenny is going to be in this year. She is going to be in another one, which I believe is called Secret Santa. And fun fact, it's not the first movie she's done called Secret Santa. This is another one that will be on GAC TV. So we'll keep you all posted with air dates and all that for upcoming holiday movies. That first one from Jenny, though, was November 20th.
There's a lot of news items here.
I know, right? I started
intimidating me. I'm actually intimidated by it.
It is a lot. There was a lot of activity on Instagram, and I've started sharing more of the Instagram posts and not video clips so we don't get flagged on YouTube. So if anyone was curious, that's why we're featuring Instagram photos instead of videos, because we don't want to get flagged. Oh boy. So this one I picked out especially for you, Pete. So Kathleen was on Coffee with Casting. This was on IG Live on September 23rd. I, of course, saw your comment up there. First and foremost, this is going to rock.
That's right.
Oh, Bellamy Young commented. That's really cool. First, I love her. Awesome. Anyway, Pete, what was the topic? You listened to the podcast, right? Why don't you talk a little bit about it?
It was great. I couldn't get past just watching her and looking at her because she looked so incredible this week on that podcast. And she was talking about casting and projects that she's been involved in and just a little bit of her history. I can say that Kathleen and I are working on a little something.
Ooh, that's exciting. I can't wait to hear.
We have a little something in a little log on the fire. We'll see what comes of it, but we've been talking about a thing. So
little something. Hey, when does Swimming with Sharks air? She was working on that show, but I haven't heard of an air date. Do you know? Are you in the loop with
that? Mentioned that she mentioned that in the chat, so I can say that she has been editing that. It's looking really good from what I heard, and I think it's going to be on Roku channel. That's where that will be on.
Oh, very cool! I can't wait to watch.
I know all things Kathleen, but I'm really excited to just say, by the way, that the shirt store approved our shirt. So that's so great. Thank the Lord for
That is very exciting. Everybody should order, especially if you're going to be on the America Zipcode show, or if you're not, wear it during the broadcast and post some selfies and tag us. We want to get America Zipcode really out there. And who knows, maybe we'll do some giveaways during the America Zipcode show too for some of our fans.
so nice of you, Melanie, to give shirts away like that.
I know, or like maybe a mug or two.
Definitely.
We'll see. But something. We love our fans. This is
No.
all about the fans.
That's what this month is about. So Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. Make sure you go over there and get the merch. By the way, there's more than just shirts.
Oh my God, there's so many things. There's
aprons,
shirts,
Jeff's
bags, sweatshirts.
I have a tote bag. I'm gonna get a tote bag. I have a Claire tote bag, and I was walking around the farmer's market, and people just look at you very unusual when you're walking around with the Claire Arnold tote bag.
That's funny.
Okay.
I feel like Kristen McIsaac has like the whole tote bag collection right now.
She was my inspiration for that.
She has a lot of tote bags. It's a great way to advertise the show. I like to wear my shirts out, and people are like, oh, 90210. I'm like, yes, Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. Duh.
I don't know if I've ever shared this on the show, but when I went to get my second vaccine, I was standing in line in my Claire Arnold shirt. And of course, it says sex, rock, really decent literature. And the security guard on the line said, is that porn or something, man? 90210.
That's
And he was
funny.
like, that's cool. That's cool. It's a club. I was like, no, it's not the show, 90210.
That's what I love about the merch. It's like, if you know, you know, but if you don't know, you might not know, but it's subtle, which I like. It's not in your face. It's really meant for the true fans of the show, all the merch. It's very clever. You've come up with some very clever designs, Pete.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Larry
You're
Mullen has
so
come up with a bunch as well.
Yes.
All right, let's see this. This is just a big piece of meat. What is
Oh, that is a big piece of meat, Pete. Oh
Right.
my God. Okay, Jason Priestley is back to cooking, and this was one of two recent food photos that he's posted. These are pork ribs, and of course, he recommends getting your hands on some high quality pork. And this looks delicious. Hashtag I love pork.
What is
Aw, that was just an eye and pick with his girls at the iHeartRadio Festival. I thought that was cute. And you know who else thought that was cute, Pete? Douglas Emerson, who commented right below.
I saw that, right?
Yes.
Back from the dead, Scott Scanlon. Yeah. He's still alive. He's doing great.
Very much alive. Yes. He was on the show. We love him.
And there's our friend.
Oh,
Tori
look at
Conley,
these girls.
What's going on? Yeah.
She does. She's been busy. She was on Whitney Cummings' Good For You podcast. That was on YouTube or Spotify about a week ago. Go check that out. You can see what Tori and Whitney are talking about. I like Whitney. I'm a big fan. I always enjoyed her on the Chelsea Handler show. And I haven't listened to her podcast, but I may take a listen to the Tori episode.
Okay. Good for you. That's great.
Jenny, as I mentioned, she posted this picture up in Canada once again, working on that Secret Santa movie. And as she mentioned, she does believe this is the second movie she's made titled Secret Santa, as I mentioned before. She loves Christmas, as do many of us, including Christelle. Notice her comment there. It's her favorite time of year. So nice to see Jenny keeping busy. Cannot wait for Christmas season and starting to watch all these movies. I love Christmas. I can't wait to wear my reindeer antlers. Oh my God.
Bring it back. I
My
told Larry
Santa hat, all of
my
it.
favorite outside of the Claire Arnold episode, my favorite episode of our podcast was the Super Deluxe Christmas Party. I thought it was so much fun. We just with Catherine Cannon. I think every year, no matter what's going on, we should bring back this Christmas party.
Yes.
Bring back some 90210 people. I'll wear my hoodie or whatever. What do you call it? My hat.
I feel like we should get Charles to dress up like Santa Claus, maybe.
Somebody.
We need a Santa. Maybe. Ooh, there was a Santa on.
We're a little ahead of the curve here.
Okay. You're right. It's not even Halloween yet. Even though Christmas decorations are out in stores, we will wait to talk about Christmas.
But I'm stoked for it because I hope this year maybe Catherine will come back, and Dean, right? Isn't her husband's name Dean? I think. Yeah, he's great. And maybe we'll get some others to join us. Have a little eggnog.
We should make some custom stockings for the four of us too, and we should hang them in the background. I think that would be really cute.
Super Deluxe Christmas Party 2. I can't wait.
Yes.
All right. Of course, Shannon is doing this movie you mentioned to me on Lifetime. that, kind of looks at some of the things that she's going through. And, we're just always cheering on Shannon in her fight. And always kind of thinking of her here at this podcast, right?
Yes. And that was from People magazine. She sat down with People and shared her experience with that. So check out the full article in People.
There we go. And now what's this? Oh, our friend.
Oh,
right?
It's a cute Lindsay picture. I always like to throw in the cute Lindsay picture. She always looks adorable and like she's having fun. This is no exception. Her dress, so cute. And clever caption, him, what'd you do today? Me, nothing, at International Silks. And clearly she's shopping, maybe picking up some materials to make some things. So I can't wait to see what she's using these pretty silks for.
She always posts some really good things going on. I want to.
Yes.
She's just an amazing person. I love Lindsay Price and all that she's doing. We talked about this.
Yes, we did.
She looked really good in that photo too, by the way. Okay.
She does. I mean, as you would say, Pete, she looks good in everything, right?
I do say that.
You do.
All right, and then
Yes.
this is more of this. What is this?
Yep, that was another photo that Maggie posted. I had meant for them to be right in a row, but you know what, Pete? No big deal. I'll cut you some slack for that.
Well, thank you.
You're
All
so
right.
welcome.
Well, I do want to say though, we are really rooting for Brian on Dancing with the Stars. Make it a priority for you to watch him on Mondays, and when Dancing with the Stars is on, and also to vote for him. And Sharna, they are awesome together. They're really cute together, by the way.
They are.
They're very funny together, and so it's. I think that it's rolling over into their episodes. Okay, so I think we have really covered a lot of this. I want to point out again that we have this America Zipcode shirt. It's in the store now. This is like, think about it like tickets to your favorite band. You need the merch before you go to see the show, right? You know what I mean? You're gonna go see the show. You need the shirt there, or you're going to buy it.
But Pete,
you want to wear it.
Yeah. But isn't it a thing that like you don't wear the shirt to the concert? Like, isn't
I
that
always,
you always wear the shirt
I
to
always
the concert?
wear the shirt. I wear the shirt. Yeah.
Interesting.
So make sure you go get the merch right now, Melanie. What did you talk?
Yes. Well, I mean, for this, of course, you need it. It's a little different. But for concerts, I think it's like a slightly different concept. Like, I don't think people wear their concert shirts to the concert, do they? It's different than wearing a baseball jersey to a baseball game. Anyway,
Melanie,
you can cut that whole thing out. It's nonsense.
You went off the rails twice here, and I'm going to end the show again. So I just want everybody to know, breaking news, you can get your merch right now for the Zipcode show. This is so important. I just got a text from Larry Mullen. He got his merch. So you've got to get your merch. And again, this is just like a concert, right? You want the merch to wear at the concert, right, Melanie?
Absolutely, Pete. That is such an on-trend thing to do.
All right, make sure you go out.
I will be buying my mug. I've already got my new evolution. I've got my Planet 90210, and I will be using my America Zipcode mug during the America Zipcode show. So you should too.
Yes, make sure you get it. We want to see all those shirts. And listen, it's the Festival of Fans, so it's totally acceptable to wear it on the Super Show, the Secrets of the Super Show. It's totally acceptable to wear it during Story Slam.
All the shows, every show.
It works. Christmas is going to be.
Oh, Christmas gifts. Oh, I love Christmas. Did I mention that?
I didn't even mean that, but yeah, there we go. All right, cool guys. This has been great, Melanie. It is good to see you as always on Friday. It makes my Friday complete when we have the news.
Same.
And I think this has been great.
Awesome. Well, great to see you too, Pete. Very excited for the Festival of Fans and all of the awesome things we have coming up. I just want to pat ourselves on the back before we go, especially Larry for coming up with all of these awesome concepts. I feel like we're really thinking outside the box. We're doing different things than other podcasts do. And hopefully we're paving the way for some interesting new content as things in the media world continue to shift. So great job, us.
I agreed on that note. And I also want to say that at some point, I do think we will be able to do an After Dark live in person somewhere. I do think, I know we talked a lot about doing a pop-up somewhere. You know, just given the state of the world and whatnot, we're a small band, right? So we're not going to be able to do a huge thing and whatnot yet. But I think as things progress and things start to open, there will be opportunities to get everybody together and have some fun, conversations with Charles and Larry, maybe secrets that they can't share here on the podcast. Maybe they can share at some of these locations. Maybe we'll bring some actors. So that's something that's definitely in my mindset as well. But we just have to get this we just need to get people vaccinated. Sorry.
We do. Something to look forward to when all of this is finally over. I can't wait to meet all of these people in person who we've been talking to for almost a year now. So I'm very excited.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Tony, and
with that, everyone have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. And 9021 out.